or the usual way of using Crush is that you just get a lot of kills and few deaths, but he had like 2-7 and was probably the most important hero in the game. So
yeah, I mean,
that was
I think they ganked him 4v1 at the beginning of the game, and they still didn't do that well.
Opened up the map so much. Yeah.
And the rest of the team rounding out. Misery going to be playing the Wraith King, Puppy on the Phoenix, S4 playing the Windrunner, and Kuroki bottom lane on the Doom. And you see the really early web placed by No-Tail to secure this top rune. Pretty sure they're going to be... VP's going to be too scared to go, I think. In bottom rune.
I don't think so, because Phoenix is pretty weak level 1, and Wraith King is also not the greatest. You've got to
they do have a really good level 1.
I think this is their rune, to be honest. They have Dust as well. They could just go for this
fight.
Oh, but they're 4 and 3.
Jottam gets stunned in the face. Who's going to get the bounty rune? I think it was No-Tail, and Jottam's going to be the first blood. S4's taking that home. Puppy in the meantime, trying to get Yul, but gonna focus on BZZ, who's on the run, has a Searing Chains and nothing else. That's 2 kills, both going the way of S4, who will probably be dominating mid lane as a result.
Very, very clever from Secret to not block mid, but send their mid hero to start 4 and 3 on the runes. This is what happens now when bounty runes are so powerful. You consider this a valid choice to actually 4 and 3 at the rune, and VP did not expect this one. It's something I think a couple of people have already talked about. Is this worth it? And you know, if you get the rune and 2 kills, yes, you can sacrifice a block for that. So let's see how VP are putting their lanes. They're putting Witch Doctor top played by Yol, together with Jottam's Venge and BZZ on the Ember. Mid lane will be G on Meepo. Like you said, hard start. He's playing against a double kill Windranger. And then bot lane Sidoi will be playing the bounty against Kuro's Doom. So, interesting stuff with this laning from Secret as well.
And mid lane, it's more the gold advantage than anything, because CG's... S4 is going to have a little bit of a level advantage, but honestly, if S4 had picked up the bounty rune, this would be even more insane. But it was No-Tail that picked it up, of course, which is nice for him to have in this off lane. And I mean, what do you think about the kill potential in this top lane? They have a decent amount. With the Searing Chains, Cask, and Magic Missile, they could potentially get kills on No-Tail. Mid lane though is what we're focusing on. G, just use Poof. Here comes the initiation from Wraith King and Puppy on that Phoenix. This looks to be a 3rd kill in the books, or is it? Yes. This time going to... S4 finally doesn't get a kill, going his way, despite Power Shot being buffed. Oh, that was more range than anything, I suppose. And a 0.3 second cast time improvement as well.
I'm not sure how good this investment is for VP either. I was expecting them to maybe put the Meepo against the Brood. And sure, you're holding down the Brood, but this is starting to remind me of the first Brood game No-Tail had in the tournament, except he hasn't died yet. But even if they kill him a couple of times, these supports are busy up here. And in the meantime, Secret are free to roam, because they know these supports aren't really moving, right? They might try to smoke now with the Venge if they want to, but well, Secret are going to get the rune, and they're already smoked.
Well, if they get closer to the cliff, it's going to end up getting popped. Yul transitioning out of the top lane. Yeah, No-Tail's level 3. He's going to be level 4 not too far away, and that's pretty sick overall. G, of course, does have the 2nd Meepo to work with right now. And here comes the smoke. No-Tail, Misery and company.
Oh, it broke. Jottam's on. He's pinged out. This is a failed gank for the Radiant. Unless if y'all just walks into it and gets killed by it. Oh, he's actually doing just that.
Puppy jumps in, gets a nice slow. Lots of damage over time as well. Misery has the Wraith Fire Blast to work with. He's going to get stunned completely, though. He has to get a stun off before he drops, and he's not going to do so. No-Tail going pretty deep. Does have another web for another 8 seconds. He might want to try to get a consolation kill here on Yul, because he is probably going to go down. Although web is up in 2 seconds, is it going to be enough? Can he get the right click? He does, but not enough time to put down a web. So it's a 2 for 1.
3 for 1. Meepo found Phoenix as well afterwards.
Oh, wow.
G rotated up. No way out for Puppy. Used his Icarus dive to initiate with. That early lead that Secret just built is pretty much down the drain with that one mistake here. Going in after the smoke broke. Might have been a little overconfident.
Indeed, looking at S4 mid, it's 18 and 10 versus the 9 and 0 Meepo, so he's still doing just as well as before. Meepo catching up a bit in the gold and experience department, but S4 should still continue to... I mean, this is the thing about Meepo, is going to be very hard to contain, because he can just go into the jungle, especially if they're going to be stacking, which it looks as if Jottam's going to get a double stack here. Well, a double stack, a triple and a double, actually. But I'm really scared for VP in the fact that No-Tail is 4.5.
Kuro. Dropping low.
Oh, bottom
There's
lane.
the rotation from Misery. Has a sentry, and Puppy's there as well with a dust, but They're coming in too late, and now Sadoy has seen the Phoenix. Might be going forward. Here we go. Misery.
There's the sentry like we talked about. The stun
wasn't stopped, though.
That bug was supposed to be fixed. Sadoy in the meantime taking some damage, but he'll live. Would that have been a kill, you think?
Not sure. I think Puppy on purpose didn't stop that because he would have been in tower range most of the time. I don't know if he could have gone in, but Sadoy, that poor man shield was doing work for a gank like that. Very difficult to bring him down. Now Kuro could be on the receiving end in a moment. Jotun in position, waiting for the wave to be pushed out. There's a ping though. I think Misery might have seen him.
We'll see soon enough. It is a level 3 Vengeful Spirit with 1 level of Magic Missile, prioritizing the Howl of Terror at the moment. But in the end, it's still technically a 2v3. It'll be tough to get a kill, especially with Kuroki being pretty damn tanky top lane. Dust is popped, cast to follow. Is it going to bounce a second time? No, but the right clicks are there. Yol
this is a lot of
chased
gold.
down from the spiders. Yeah, look at
this
that.
Is so much
Guard
gold.
is amazing. And Yol even lives.
And they found Misery too. VP are... They're not just back in this, they might be leading now. Kuro still sticking around. I think he's expecting to be able to survive with level 4 Scorched Earth. I think he's right to expect that. Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
He'll be good to go, and of course that is a level 6 bounty hunter. That track has been upgraded, if you will, in the last patch. They only have a 4-second cooldown at all levels, and any kills that you get, you'll get basically, I think at the highest level, 100 extra gold for yourself, and I think at level 1 it's 50 extra gold. Pretty sure that's right, but could be wrong. G gonna try to secure the rune, being scouted out by S4. Has the shackle available to him. G just really wants the rune. Well, he gets shackled. Is this gonna be enough to get the kill? One more right click, or just a power shot.
Oh, he really wanted that rune so bad and got to pay for it. That was... Well, he got it at least.
What rune was it?
It was a bounty rune.
Oh, just a bounty. Okay. Was it worth it?
Was that his main... That wasn't his main meepo getting the rune, was it? It was a clone. Because else, I think he could have lived there with Bottle, right? Or was it his main and he just didn't think he could bottle? I don't know. He might have bottled between hits and then been able to get out. That was still a very close play no matter what.
No, till almost level 7 at this top lane. Holy crap.
Yeah, he's
That's
lurking.
insane. I mean, the fact that Meepo isn't at that level yet is pretty insane. Obviously the death sets him back just a bit, but typically speaking, Meepo will catch up anyway.
And they want to get No-Tail, but he's not showing.
How many sentries they have down here? They have 1 at the moment. They used Dust last time to secure the kill for themselves. 3 heroes for Secret in mid lane. They're gonna smoke up and head into the enemy jungle. And Brood's still playing extremely passive, using those spiderlings to get as many kills as he can. Yol, well, there's Dust just in case he can go invisible. The right clicks are just disgusting right now.
That's so much lockdown onto No-Tail.
No-Tail's
he can't run through anything right now. He's probably pretty freaking dead. Goodbye.
That's a lot of burst damage. So it's a 1-for-1, and probably in the favor of VP overall.
And I think No-Tail knew that was risky, because there's Avenge solo bottom, and that just screams Bounty is roaming, so he's either mid or top, and he hadn't shown mid for a while, so I think he was expecting Bounty, but just moved out of position for a split second, got tracked, and that set up a nice kill for VP. So like you said, 1-for-1. Currently, fairly even game. I want to say, as far as the overall strategy goes, this is the kind of start VP would want, because I think Meepo and Ember will scale very well into mid-late game compared to safe lane Doom and Windranger. But we'll see.
Oh, he's gonna get tracked again. Don't think they're gonna be able to get the kill here. Ember Spirit's really trying for gets the ensnare. Is this gonna be enough to get the kill? There's no sleight of fist, No-Tail. Dies again. That's just, I mean, we've seen this before, I guess. Rinse, repeat. It worked out quite well for him last time, I guess. But this time they're not using 4 heroes constantly to try to take him out, right? It's 2 to 3.
VP are distributing the resources on that way better than Tinker did in the game we're talking about, where Brood just ran them over. They're moving different heroes around. They're not staying there for too long. The harassment of Brood hasn't really been a problem. And because of that, BCZ is getting really good farm. At the same time, Big Daddy's died 4 times, and their other solos are doing fine too. Bounty is fine with running around for like a minute if he just gets a track kill. Then it's worth it.
But all in all, this is opening up a lot of space for Kuroki, even if it means the death of his own teammate. And he's going for a Midas, which I'm assuming is done. Yeah, it's on the courier right now, so it will be delivered very shortly. Which means he's still not going to be part of the fights anytime soon, really. Like, you want to, like, a Blink Dagger or something to be able to get into the fights, in all likelihood. So, they're playing the, kind of the late game, I suppose. Who do you favor in the late game, actually?
What's late game for you in this? 60 minutes or 40?
Well, 60 minutes is, like, extreme late. Late
Okay,
game's
so at
40 to
40
50.
minutes in?
Sure.
I'm gonna say the Dire, because Phoenix falls off. I think Brood falls off a lot as well, and it's a support Wraith King with boots and a stick, so his farm is not going too well either. So you have a Doom core with Midas, which of course is going to get big, but I'm having a hard time seeing that beating an Ember and Meepo in the late game, together with a Windranger solo mid. If that was a Shadow Thief or something, then maybe. Oh, speaking of No-Tail, however, on that Brood.
It's a little assassination from No-Tail. Now level 8. He's going to go back to top lane.
Yeah, this is big, because they're moving. VP are now moving around heroes trying to deal with the Brood, and if No-Tail still manages to get a kill at the same time, it's a huge investment wasted.
Well, BZZ snipes the haste rune. Puppy was holding it for a long time. That would have been a really good gank attempt there with the haste rune on Wraith King. Zdoy looking for, ever since they changed this courier to being, is it one shot by bounty, or is it 2? Because
it's one shot with level 4 Janata for sure.
Level 4 Janata would do it? Okay.
Yeah,
because melee
definitely.
heroes in general do a lot more damage to it. Kuroki, we've still yet to see Doom used, but hasn't really had any true kill potential. In fact, he might be getting ganked here from Yol if they can push this up a little bit, but we'll see. He's extremely survivable with that Stout and level 4 Scorched Earth. S4 picks up a Maelstrom, so pretty typical build overall, as we're seeing some cliff jungling from Puppy. Don't try this at home. Usually doesn't end well. What in the world?
Okay, that didn't end well.
Well, he did take out the Mud Golems, those are always pesky. Alright, we might have a dive here at the top tier tower. Tier 1 tower. No-Tail has
this is
Ring
a big
along with
moment. This
Medallion.
gank has to work out for Secret, else they're going to be on the receiving end. Triple Spirits or Remnants are ready for BZZ. He's a difficult kill without the Doom, I want to say. Even if they land all their abilities, there's Venge behind with Swap. They can't kill BZZ, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely
They might try.
This Flame Guard takes a stun, takes a double stun in fact, but there's a swap that you talked about. They might have to force things onto Jot. If he gets surrounded by the Spiderlings, this should be a kill one way or another. That's one kill going the way of Secret, but they're going to lose Puppy right off the bat. Doesn't have the egg to work with whatsoever. Yol on the run, but No-Tail's getting stuck in between everybody. The ensnare after ensnare. Burst damage from BZZ. Down he goes. 2 for 1. VP advantage. Witch Doctor still getting chased. Jesus, these Spiderlings look so weird. This looks like the character from Simpsons. The alien from The Simpsons. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Don't think so.
Okay,
I've seen quite a bit of Simpsons, but nothing comes to mind. So.
What? Nothing comes to mind. BZZ. Now they might finally get him. He can get surrounded maybe, but the Flame Guard just eats through these Spiderlings.
Oh, good
nice shackle.
Very nice.
That should be finally enough. It took a while, but they got the kill.
Yeah, without that comeback kill, that's easily a one fight for BP. They have track gold in there, they got the tower denied. They had a couple of heroes involved in the track kill as well, so they got even more gold. And now they're rotating bottom. G is running in with a Meepo. It's gonna get spotted by S4 though.
They want
Kuro's very dead.
Yeah, he gets the Doom off.
Oh, nice shackle! Wait a moment!
Maelstrom going to work. Look how much damage this does to Meepo. Kuroki's gonna live. Egg is used to... Oh.
What a sick shackle shot. That just totally made the fight. Kuro is fairly tanky with the Basilius as well as Scorched Earth on, but if Meepo was able to get all his goofs up there, he's almost gone instantly, but beautiful shackle shot. Puppy immediately with the Fire Spirits on as well.
We actually want to defend this Death Horse play. Along with Maledict on Kuroki, Puppy is the one that's going to... That's another great shackle though. It's going to force the back out now. And Puppy is actually going to live. So that's 2 amazing shackles in a row for S4.
S4 has shown up today. He is seriously out of control. 7-0-2 so far. He hasn't made a single mistake this game yet. And, I mean, that's one thing, but everything he's done has been almost perfect in addition to that. So, sick stuff from him.
Okay. Simpsons Alien. How do you not know what that is? I don't know their names. It's the ones that are, they're just like big green heads. They're from outer space.
Oh, aliens are from outer space?
Yes. I don't know how else to explain it without you understanding.
It's okay. I don't need to understand this reference. It's okay.
I need you to tell me they look exactly like him and I'm correct. Then we can move on from this.
You've got way too many victories today already.
That's true. Get wrecked. No tail. He wants to go for a kill here, and Bounty knows he's about around this area. And Track, of course, an amazing counter to this hero. As we're going to have a little bit of a push bottom lane. They're going to get the tier 1, but I think we're going to have a fight here. No tail. Getting spotted just a bit from that sentry.
I think it's their own sentry, right? It's a Radiant one. Yeah, he's good.
Okay. I thought he bumped into, yeah, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, it was weird, because Ember used his Flame Guard, so it looked like he had vision, but I don't think he did. He's gonna throw a Remnant back, as Secret do take the bot tier 1 tower. Puppy claiming that claiming that in the Phoenix. What is that skill build on Phoenix, by the way? Never seen this before. Very, very unusual.
2-2-3.
Yeah, most really Phoenixes max Fire Spirits over Icarus Dive and don't even take Sunray until the other two abilities are maxed, but Puppy focusing on the Ray is a very powerful ability if you are able to channel it for a long time, but mostly people value the Fire Spirits a lot higher because they're not that difficult to hit. That attack speed slow and damage is really high, but
Dust
he gets
hits.
More healing from this. Huh?
I think No-Tail's going to get out, though. Tell me how, because I don't want to miss a kill, so I'm just going to ask you, how does the Sun Ray scale? Because like you talked about, I'm used to seeing level 1 just for the... It's not even for the heal, more for the mobility. Well, not mobility, but going up cliffs and whatnot, counter warding. How does it actually scale from 2 to 4? I have to wait on this. Kuroki jumps in with this. Just picked up Blink Dagger. Doom is not going to be applied, not in range. I think BCZ's fine.
Man, this is a chase right here, and they're gonna get it.
Oh, there's Misery. The stun is there. Don't even need Doom. Track applied to Misery. They'll have vision. They don't want to fight.
So the way the Ray scales is that it gets more flat damage per second and more max HP percentage. So it deals a flat amount plus X% of target's max health per second. And it's the same for the healing, that also goes up. So it scales really well. It's not that the ability is bad or
what about like cooldowns and stuff?
The cooldown's the same, and so is the health cost. It's only the damage that / healing that increases. So
interesting.
But yeah, unusual build.
And so Earn does not get cancelled, does it, when you lose health from one of your spells? Since it's a self-hurting mechanism?
Yes, that does not cancel Earn.
Okay, No-Tail getting spotted out. He's tracked. Don't think there's a Blink Dagger on Meepo yet. He does have his Aghanims finished though, holy crap. I don't even know if that's fast, but that just seems really fast. Once he gets that Blink Dagger, then No-Tail's going to have a lot of trouble as long as he's carrying a gem, a dust, anything of that sort. How do you think the Brood has affected the game so far? Like, has the pick been justified for you at this stage of the game?
Not as a first overall pick, but it was a good pick when it was taken, even overall. But I think VP have done a good job at dealing with it. We're not past Brood's prime yet. Can still be a very powerful hero up until I want to say 30 minutes, but then just usually falls off really, really hard. But he's been taking some attention for sure. Has it been enough? I don't know. They have a 6k gold lead, but graphs are a little dangerous to look at whenever you have a Brood, because a lot of the net worth is on the hero, and it's very frequently not in the fights, because you need to build up a couple of core items before this hero really is good at fighting. Even with the new change to Web where you take charges with you, it's still a situational fighter in comparison to a lot of other offlaners or carries, if you will, but if No-Tail builds for it, if he gets like a Blink Dagger BKB build, then he can join fights fairly early. If he goes the Orchid build, it's going to take longer, I think. So,
can you look at this bottom lane? I don't know what to do here if I'm Secret. Meaning, is the reason he's at this far out because he's disconnected? Is there like a manner play here, or do you just go for the kill? Because Kuroki has Blink online, Doom available to him. Phoenix is a little bit far back, but I believe
I think he's going to let him get out.
Time.
I think he's going to let him get out.
We'll see.
That's true. It's one of those situations that are just unfortunate. You could argue that BZZ wouldn't have gone back anyway. If he didn't DC, he would have still farmed the wave and then they could have ganked him. So...
Well, he's actually walked past the wave, if you look at it.
Sure. If he didn't walk past the wave, he would be like, up, let's say up here, where I'm pinging or drawing right now, right?
Right, yeah.
And if he's up there, Kura can still Blink Doom him. So, I don't know. The reason Kura's in his vision range is that he started running in because he wants to get the Doom. And if he gets it, S4 is flanking, but he doesn't really have a good path in there for Shackle, though. He can only hit a power shot. I think BZZ might live if he just runs back in a straight line. He gets TP support from Avenge, which is ready. So it's going to be my guess that Secret don't try for the play because VP have time to set up a defense. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Hopefully
see.
not too long of a DC here for EZZ.
Incoming 40-minute pause because he just jinxed it. Thanks, Syndrome.
Yep, no problem.
Appreciate it.
We dealt with it well yesterday.
Notel has 3k. You talked a bit about his item progression, right?
On which hero?
Notel. On the spider.
Yeah.
No, wait, Notel toilet! I don't know why that's funny. It is.
I just realized it's not that close. It's no, never mind. Yeah, about his item progression, I don't know. What do you think he goes for? Because most broods will go for an orchid first, right? So you can just dominate your lane. But he went for the medallion, which this build-up, of course, postpones that if you want it. And I think with his farm and the time it's taken and how many times he's died, going for the orchid build, I would think it's going to be too late. Even though it's good against the Ember for sure. I think he might need something to get in their face. I wouldn't mind seeing Blink BKB, but at the same time I can understand if he thinks it's too dangerous as well in another way. Because then if he doesn't have an impact with it, he could have gone for a farming item, right? Or a lane dominance item in a different way. So.
Oh, great. One of these again.
Difficult.
One of these again. It's North Korea again, guys. They're at it again. Yeah, I can see that item build. Is Vlad still something broods pick up? Or is it just like a forgotten item build? I feel like it's still good. I'll take that as yes, it's an amazing item to get for broods.
Oh, sorry, I just got a message from Loda.
What does he have to say for himself?
Said, I'm so sorry. He thought it was tomorrow for some reason.
How dare he?
And then he asked in the conversation, he was like, I suppose, or he says, someone got my prize money, I suppose. And Fear just ice cold. You were on losing team anyway.
Hey, Fear speaks the truth, man.
Yeah, well, Fear is really, how to put it, he's really to the point. Which is a nice quality to have in most cases. And sometimes it comes off a little bit cynical as well, maybe, but he's not like that.
No, he's not. Got the pleasure to cast with him at the TI4 hub. No, I didn't cast with him. Did he cast at the summit? I think he may have, but I didn't cast with him. Very good caster. When he finally picks a time to actually retire. I mean, not that he needs to anytime soon, but he could definitely take up a career in broadcasting, I do believe. What do you think about these phase boots? Icon being changed.
Being flipped, you mean?
Yeah. It's pretty game breaking.
I don't know. I think it's a funny joke, basically. So.
It basically means, well, all the boots match. Except, no, that's not true. There's boots of Elven skin. Is that what it's called?
No, those aren't boots. It's a band in Dota 2. But you're right, in Dota 1, that was boots.
Oh, you're right.
Slippers of agility are facing right.
Damn.
And that's it, I think. So now all the boots are. But, you know, I kind of put it in the same category. It's one of those small jokes in the game that was blown up to be a thing, like +1 armor, cooldown and vacuum. You know, these small things that somehow become in community jokes, and then boots just joined it. So it's kind of funny to see Valve appreciating that as well. It's the best way of putting it, I guess. When there's something silly or stupid there, they're happy to change it and even turn it into a joke. Like even the alt-click patch, you can tell that they're following what the community thinks is funny and trying to use it in their game. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yep, for sure. For sure. BZZ has returned, and I'm assuming No-Tail's out of the toilet. At least I would hope so. If not, I could give him a sponsorship for Pepto-Bismol. But I think I agree that they do not go on him here. Yeah, I think that's pretty evident. I think that's the right thing to do. Do you think there's any controversy if they go for it? Or do they just like screw it and just destroy his face right now? Here we go. Kuroki.
Here we go.
Alright, he just
Kuro
stood
is
still.
standing still.
And BZZ didn't trust him, he remnanted it back anyway. Alright.
S4.
Looks like he's good for now. Big Daddy No-Tail taking a lot of poof damage. Those spiderlings aren't the most survivable creatures. Little aliens from Simpsons. God, looks exactly like them. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Oh my god, get over yourself.
I'm not. What do you mean get over myself? Somebody needs to confirm this so that we can move on.
Alright, they really look like the aliens from
Thank
Simpsons.
you! You don't even know what the aliens are.
Radiant's middle tower
No, just
is
move
under
on.
attack.
Okay, that's fine.
They totally don't look like the aliens from Simpsons.
I hate you. Thank you so much. Wow, S4 has 4k gold. Holy crap. Does he finish the Mjolnir? Does he go for something like Blink Dagger? I mean, if he was going to go Blink Dagger, he probably would have gotten it already.
He doesn't really need it the way he's been hitting Shackles so far,
That
I think.
is true. That's a good point.
He's going to the side shop, so it's a BKB. I was wondering if he wanted this item, and I was like, I don't think he's going to get it, because he probably doesn't need it yet, but this is allowing him to pretty much free fight.
Oh, puppy. You're so dead. I think every Phoenix in Captain's Draft, this looks really weird when the spiders are all next to each other. I think every Phoenix has
Dire's
fed,
top
but they've
tower
all won,
is under attack.
if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Pretty sure it's undefeated.
Damn, I
in
can't
Captain's
remember. I
Draft.
think it's only been picked twice, right?
Right.
Or was it 3 times?
2-0.
Oh, Misery walks into the same trap. Puppy was literally
He can
just
level.
here.
Wait, did he go stats, or did he just not... Well, I guess leveling that would have been a waste there anyway.
He still holds a skill point. That was a nice play not leveling the ult.
Yeah.
But really wondering why Misery went there. Puppy pinged it literally 20 seconds ago saying, VP, we're here, ganking me. And Misery's like, hopefully they're gone. Let me check. And no, they were still
Dire's
there.
middle
Well,
tower
he
And
was
this is a
in the
Roche,
area
too.
Yeah, it's gonna be... Well, Roche is a half
S4.
HP.
He
S4's
could be
gonna
making a
scout
good
it
play
down.
with this BKB. They're gonna go
He
in.
wants to go in. He's got the dive. He's got the egg. Let's see if it goes off. It's on the cliff. They can't cancel it. G taking a ton of damage. He's going to be the first to fall in this engagement. Phoenix, of course, the cooldowns are back up, so he can get off that cliff anytime he wants. Yul gets a nice...
Oh,
Oh,
no.
God.
Power
Where's
shot being
BZZ?
charged.
Is it
I think
BZZ?
Yol is dead no matter what. He can't move out of this. He can try to stick, but he'll still die.
Yeah, he's down. 0.1 second channeling. Something wrong with my team. I hope it's...
Something
Hope it's
wrong
not
with my
lag. I
teammates.
hope
They
it's
didn't
something-
help me in the Roche pit.
the only thing I hear in voice chat. Yeah, let's take a look at the ping, shall we?
Oh man, this is some shit.
Not that this is evident to what's going on, but everybody's ping seems reasonable. Except for mine.
At least you lag together. I am
Where are they
not
all
lagging with-
located? Are they all in the same country? Do you know?
I think they're all from Russia. They might have the same ISP, or I don't know how close they are to each other. Because Russia is pretty freaking big, if you didn't know.
Yeah, it's like half European, half Asian. It's so big. Takes up the whole continent.
Yep.
Oh, there's the disconnection
here we
this
go.
time from Bounty. It's gonna be one of these, huh? It's gonna be one of these.
It's gonna be a long night.
It's okay. I woke up at 5 a.m. I got all day.
It's gonna be a long morning.
Yeah, it's still morning. That's true. Hey, I can. It's 9:40 in the morning. I can go get McDonald's. And the reason that's significant is because I'm never up at this time normally, other than on tournament days. So I can never get McDonald's breakfast, which personally, it's a huge pet peeve for me that McDonald's doesn't serve breakfast 24 hours because I think their food, other than their breakfast, is garbage. Just garbage. But their breakfast is so good. If anybody from McDonald's is watching, if you have breakfast all day long, you guys' business will go through the roof. Just saying. Nobody likes your burgers. Cinderin agrees. Cinderin didn't even eat McDonald's when he was visiting here. He tried
No, 'cause
every other fast food.
Yeah, because like the logic when we were there was that I wanted to try stuff I hadn't had before. So we avoided McDonald's and Burger King on purpose because they're
Speaking
very
of Burger
well
King,
established.
Yul gets... Oh, he's gonna miss. The power shot misses completely, and Kuroki's
Wait,
gonna
what?
get turned around on. Maledict among the right clicks are gonna be enough to take him out. Sadoy, S4 was focusing on him. He's gonna turn his attention to BZZ, who gets power shot and directly in the back of the head. So it's a 2-for-1 after the Meeple was taken out in the Aegis pit.
Oh, this Roche is really important. They have track on his board. They'll see it. At the same time, though, No-Tail wasn't even there. So look at him go.
Look at him
in that
go.
top lane. And
Gonna continue
Riol
to push.
is the real look at him goer, but doesn't really have anything to go going with.
He can try to steal with Howl of Terror. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, way too late. That's the lag coming into effect for VP. How much damage does that do right now? That should be 100
Man,
then,
how
right?
much space can he make for
Or
Proof?
90.
He's going Radiant, by the way. Oh, no tail. Poofity poof. Missing the net. Missing the
Still-
second net.
oh, he'll get
Missing... Not throwing the third net, but
He
that's
has
been
blink.
two. There
He's
we
tracked.
go.
He's still tracked, even without the dust. So that's going to be a kill.
Guys, I
There he
got him.
goes.
Here comes Pup. Okay.
Puppy wants it. Misery gets a stun onto G. That's going to be the kill of me, but that's the second death, a 50-second death timer for now. Did he buy back?
And I want to say this... no, he didn't. I want to say this is the main reason that Puppy maxed the Sunray. It pretty much kicks ass against me, but if you want heavy single target damage, I think if you do the math, this is way more impactful than Fire Spirits are at killing on Repo.
Yeah,
So
it seemed like it did a hell of a lot of damage, that's for sure.
it does do a lot of damage if you can control it and you have the time for it. And if you look at VP's lineup, there's not that many things that mess up the Phoenix, so... Seems to have been a good choice so far.
Kuroki. BZZ was looking for the initiation. Jotham's going to swap him out just in case. Kuroki thought about going for that Doom. He now has Aghanim Scepter with that level 2 ulti of his. So it's going to be disabling passives. Is that relevant in this game? Let's see. Well, Janata. I mean, what about
Geo
like...
Strike on the one Meepo he doomed?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said.
What about magic immunity? That's not part of
Janata.
his skill set, right? That's just built into the hero? The special magic
you
immunity?
don't remove that extra. Oh, no tail.
Do they see him?
It just uses the Wave of
Oh, they
Terror.
have. It seems the radiance.
Oh, he uses it on the-
Terror on the...
Oh my god, if he gets away from this.
If he gets a kill on you, he's gonna get it. He gets stunned, and he's gonna continue to chase.
And he has
He's gonna
Radiance, he
find
could just
Sidoi.
fight Sidoi.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he doesn't have vision for him right now. And reinforcements are on the way for VP. They're gonna continue to chase Sidoi. While that did nothing. I hear a Doom. Where's that Doom? It's on BZZ. That's gonna be another death going the way of poor BZZ. As this mid lane's gonna be pushed. Space created from this Brood who's continuing to fight. Hey, it's a death, but it's a tier 2 and a kill on BZZ. So the trades are in Secret's favor for sure.
Yeah, that play from No-Tail right there just made... He's made a lot of... The cool thing about this is that I don't feel like it's Brood making space for the others. I feel like they're like taking turns, right? Brood makes space for them, then in turn, they give him a lot of space afterwards. At that Roche fight, at this mid fight, and now... Sure, he got killed and they're gonna lose his tier 1 to the Meepo top. Like you said, Secret have been claiming all towers but one.
There's gonna be
Pretty
TP
much
support.
a real trade-off.
It's Puppy, he gets a stim right off the bat and stunned to the face. Easy kill for VP. Misery's not there in time. Don't think that would have even mattered, honestly. It's way too much lockdown. I keep calling it Ensnare. I know it's not Ensnare, Earthbind. I'm not calling it that. It's Ensnare. It's the same thing. I confuse Earthbind. It's just like Lion's Earth Spike. Like, it's Impale, bro. Know what I mean?
Bro.
I mean, the only difference is, other than damage and cooldown, is that it's targetable, unlike Nyx's, but it's still Impale at the end of the day. BZZ and Sidori gonna find Kuroki. Here comes the track. BZZ.
This is taking them a while.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have Doom, and they know that, so without TP support, he's done so.
Yeah. They didn't have any TPs in the Radiant. This is very rare to see a team without any TP on 4 heroes. Only Kuro had TPs, and he's the only one who couldn't use it.
Oh, no tail. Ouch, ouch, ouch. He's going to continue. I mean, he can still get locked down with BKB, but he won't take that poof damage, and that's really what's killing him right now.
He also can't get locked down.
What? That doesn't go through BKB?
Work. No,
What?
but Geostrike does. It's a while ago that got changed.
Oh, okay.
Because that was one of the ways
I guess
of
it's not
balancing out
Ensnare
Meepo.
after all. That's a big change. Good to know. Huh. Alright, so BKB even better. Windranger.
Yes, I think it's a must-have item for the Radiant. That's why S4 got it so early. Analyzing the situation correctly. This Radiance on Brood? I understand where he's coming from, but we still need to see some results.
Got him. Good blink from Misery, that's a stun. And a death. They're gonna take a little bit of negative damage for us. That's
a lot of time.
Minus 30 for Wraith King. Let's look here. Minus 33 for Phoenix. Was anybody else in range? Nope. Don't really ever see that. Well, we never talk about the Vengeance Aura, the negative Vengeance Aura. It's a pretty interesting mechanic. I think it's kind of cool. But with his Radiance, No-Tail's gonna be able to farm so fast that he'll probably have BKB in the next like 3 minutes anyway. And once he gets that,
he's not really farming that quickly because he's died 8 times. So
he can do it though. He has potential. Aghanim Scepter
Dyer's
on
bottom tower
S4. We might have some
attack.
action top. Zadoi. He's gonna find No-Tail without a web. No-Tail has very slow reaction speed there, and we'll find another way to the grave.
I'll dig that.
And he isn't really creating space for anyone in this situation. He's just getting killed. They're actually TPing top to try and find something here. Secret.
Dyer's
Onto G.
bottom tower
I just buys Hex in the shop.
Well, he's
Not
getting
gonna be able to
absolutely
use it.
destroyed
Or is he?
right now. Poppy
Maybe.
doing so much damage. He pops the egg. That's the death of Meepo right off the bat, and that's a Doom applied as well. Ember Spirit falls to the ground as 3 dead, just in the snap of the fingers. In the form of VP.
Man, S4. This new Windranger. He has so much attack speed with a 0 damage penalty Maelstrom right now in a 25-minute game. When he finds someone, locks them down with a shackle, and then ults them, he can kill anyone on the Dire team from full HP. Even the Meepo, I think, he can get. Like, the damage of this is ridiculous. I get another. No
The
cash.
Aghanim Scepter, you have no minus damage reduction, right? Or do
Yeah,
you?
level 3. There's no reduction
Okay.
at all. Which is
And
pretty crazy.
There's something with... sorry, it's been a while since... Well, actually, it hasn't.
Dyer's middle
Aghanim Scepter's like
tower
picked
is
up all the
under
time. His
attack.
focus fire is going to be applied to the tower now. Something with orbs. I don't know if that was changed, just got rid of
Dyer's
completely or
middle
not.
tower has
Or if
fallen.
it's actually inside the Aghanims as well. Let me see. Unique
Removes
attack
the penalty.
modifiers. Okay, removes the penalty. Okay, so it's freaking legit. It's funny that that hero has just become kind of a carry now, or a side carry, if nothing else. Puppy gets initiated on by G with that newly picked up sheep stick. He's gonna try to get out of there, but drops the gem.
Oh, he had a gem. That's pretty big. Roche is up in anywhere between 1 and 4 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And VP did hold their racks, but if they make one more mistake, that middle rack go bye-bye.
Go bye-bye.
This is a late Battle Fury coming out for
Very late.
BCC.
It's gonna be good against the Spiderlings though, for sure.
Very good against Brood, yep. But still, his main problem isn't that he can't deal damage, or that he's not doing enough damage, that he never gets to cast
Oh
his
my
abilities.
goodness! He's gonna die, but that just goes to show you how much farm he has right now. This is a nice swap. They're gonna stun Misery for now. He has his level 2 ult to work with though. Doom applied to Jotum right now. Kuroki on the run, but BZZ and company should be able to finish him off. Gonna have to use a couple remnants to do so. But overall, a good trade for VP. But as Vengeful Spirit, how did she
That
die?
Ag's Doom. Holy
that was
shit.
the Ag.
He had 4/5 of his health
Radiant's
when he got
bottom
doomed,
tower
and nothing else,
is
and he just
under
ran away and
attack.
still died.
It's a
insane.
ridiculous
Radiant
ultimate.
structures are fortified.
But still, 2 for 2, easily the better trade for VP. They get 2 cores for Meepo and Venge, and one of them had a 10-kill streak, I think. Witch
Dyer's
Doctor
top
claiming
tower
1,000
is
gold
under
in that,
attack.
and that's Ags within reasonable time frame for y'all. Currently 1,700 short in the Witch Doctor. We'll probably see him by the point booster here, running in circles. There we go.
Sacrifice the sentry wards. Oh, the baboon's gonna pick it up. It's a great courier, by the way.
That is actually a baboon. I
The
didn't even
baboon's
notice.
butt. I love it. You can tell by the butt, Cinderin. That's all you need to know.
Yep, that's true.
I love it.
And
Misery
by
right
the-
now level 14,
propeller.
going for a BKB of his own. This is gonna be like BKB gaming for Secret pretty soon.
Yeah, unless it could be a halberd against mainly the Ember or the Bounty, but it's not ideal. At the same time, though, I don't know how big of a threat Misery is with a BKB, to be honest. Like, VP can just track him and kind of ignore him. They don't want to kill him anyway, right?
You know what it is?
So,
It's SNY, bro. Of
Sanjingasha, yes, good.
course.
How could we not consider that? The obvious choice of Wraith Kings.
Which I don't think we saw one in ARDM. We only see it in Captain's Draft now. That's how much it's evolved.
If he's
No
getting
tell?
Ags their style points.
Yeah. What would Ags on Wraith King be? 5-second cooldown on ult, and the stun's twice as big, basically. Or not the stun, the ulti AoE is twice as big.
The stun idea isn't necessarily that bad. That instead of slowing you stun when you come back from life.
Oh, I see. So
back
it'd be
to
like
life, back
an
from
egg
life.
almost.
Yeah.
I feel like the best egg
something like
ever.
that. Or just that reincarnation has 2 charges on independent cooldowns, something like that.
No, it could be like the Ags for Phoenix, where you put somebody with you into your reincarnation.
Or while you reincarnate, you can choose where your grave goes, and then you come to life there.
Yeah, enemy
Dire's
base.
bottom
Fill the
tower is
fountain.
under attack.
I would like to spawn at Roshan. Oh,
S4.
track.
He's tracked right. He gets
Swap
swapped.
this. Oh, that's a hex!
We're gonna reinitiate.
This is a big
A lot of
kill.
damage right off the bat. And S4 gets ignited, just destroyed. Instigate, whatever you want to call it. Misery comes in as well. Comes back from his death, but he died right away. Kuroki, despite
Why
getting
does
the
Secret
demon,
want to fight this?
I have no idea. And the egg is dead.
Oh my goodness.
Ultra kill for G. Big Daddy No Tail on the run. He'll be okay.
He's still gonna kill these as he was doing, probably.
Oh my
It's
God,
pretty
you're
damn
right.
close. He's down to
Getting
50
healed.
health, roughly.
Ooh.
But
If they didn't have a Witch Doctor.
they lost their highest net worth hero in the Windranger instantly.
Roshan
Nothing
has
of value was used for
the
VP. Then Meepo jumps in, they take the Wraith King's first life, and then they choose to fight 4-on-5 with Wraith King's ult already used in a pretty disadvantageous position. That was so expensive. They lose 4 heroes, they lose Roche, and there was track all over the place. Take a look at a graph plummet right there.
I'm afraid. Let's see. Plummet? Oh my God, it's even as far as gold now.
That's insane. They just lost their whole lead.
Radiant's middle
In
tower
That's
one
what a
fight.
team wipe with 0 kills. They got 0 kills, right?
No,
Everybody
it's
lived.
not just that. It's track kills plus Roche.
Radiant's
true, the
top
track
tower
kills are
is
insane.
under
That
attack.
could not have gone worse unless No-Tail died. That's like the worst possible fight you could take in Dota, apart from, you know, if you lose your base too, right?
How fast did Meepo hit level 25? It's been a couple minutes now, or did he just hit it?
I think he might have just hit it.
I'd like to know, like, what the average... This is when a statsman would actually be useful for us. We talked about having a statsman before, but it's just kind of weird for Captain's Draft because there's not that much history. But
Yep.
I'm interested to know what the average time for 25 on Meepo is. This is definitely not the fastest, but
This is pretty
The
fast
hero's
though.
really- it's
Staying
pretty
at
fast.
1 level per minute is pretty good when you reach the high levels, even with Meepo, I think. So, he also got an ultra kill in that fight.
that probably helped. But Windranger right now, almost level 19 Misery.
Oh, Misery, he's
Jumps on
so
again.
toast.
Doesn't have an ultimate to work with. Can't even get a stun off. 24 to 26 VP. Vengeful Spirit gets
Doom
destroyed
used,
in the mid
however.
lane. Yeah. Doom was used.
We are pausing, we are resuming.
They just
We're
okay.
pausing again.
Excellent. Who's he's?
I have no clue, could be Kuro.
North Korea
Welcome.
back at it again.
Welcome to the lag.
Meepo at 19k net worth versus S4 at 17k. The distribution is... The discrepancy, I mean, is pretty even overall, as far as net worth is concerned. And a lot of it has to do with the initiation. Whoever gets the first jump, they'll have the advantage. We saw S4 get decimated by the Meepo initiation and Vengeful Spirit as well. But the same can be said for a couple of times against G. If he gets caught out by a shackle shot, anything, as long as S4 can use focus fire for like 4 seconds, that's a dead Meepo. Of course, he does have 5k, so could go for a heart or something like that for a little bit more survivability. But S4 still has 4k himself. And I would assume it's going to be... I mean, what do you go now? Mjolnir, MKB, just pure damage? Or do you go hybrid? What's your choice for S4?
I'm wondering how good the damage is, because I don't know the math, especially not with the new focus fire, how much you get out of Mjolnir, because you could say that how beneficial is the attack speed really in the grand scheme of things when you already have focus fire giving you 500%, right? So,
What about the... You don't think the static charge would be important at all?
sure,
Put it
it's
on a
great.
spiderling and push the
It's certainly great,
and
but I
leave.
think that the main problem, as we talked about earlier, that Secret are going to have is can they kill a single Meepo fast enough? And Mjolnir's DPS on a single target, it's not really that good when you already have a Maelstrom with max attack speed. So I think MKB or maybe Daedalus right now would be probably a better choice.
So as far as damage is concerned, I think Daedalus is a better choice, right?
It is the best,
If
I would think.
evasion comes into play, or if you really need a mini stun, obviously MKB is the way to go.
Yeah, but there's
And
nothing you
actually,
really
that
want MKB. Death Ward?
Well,
Maybe.
the poof from Meepo, if he's trying to get
True.
away, like you don't have to rely on a shackle per se. Something
I
to
think
think
the way
about.
they're imagining fights breaking out, they find a Meepo, they target him with stuns, and then they kill him. I don't think they want to rely on MKB procs or something like that. It's true, there's some merit to it, but I think Daedalus is the most valuable pickup. And judging from his bank account, he would have bought the Mjolnir now if he wanted it, right? He has
Yeah.
money, so. And
You'll
he has a
TP
lot of
back to
reliable
base
growth
right
too.
now. So
Alright,
the
well,
ag that
that's
you were
the
talking
point. He
about
might
is
be saving
20
because
golds, and they're 20.
20 gold for?
Aghanims on Witch Doctor.
Yep.
That's going to be
That's
really
true.
good.
Yeah,
As long as he can
he's also
channel it.
almost level 14, so 16 is not out of the realm of possibility with before minute 40. If they get another good fight.
Did we mention Lothar or Shadowblade on Kuroki?
I don't think we did.
Interesting.
It's a nice
Blink
item
and a
on Doom.
Lothars.
It's a nice item on Doom. It got buffed. It's 200 gold cheaper now because of Shadow Amulet being cheaper. I don't know. I still think he has the same problem in the fights, though. The nice thing about Shadowblade is that you can really roam the map and you can come out of nowhere and find a Doom kill, which is very powerful. But once the team fights break out and you have no armor, like this Meepo is going to shred you apart, and you have no BKB either.
I think when you have a Broodmother on your team, and they're going to be getting a lot of sentries and dust, and they have track to work with, Lothar just feels weird. If you use it to initiate, it could be better. I mean, to use it to get away is not really what it's bought for in this case, I guess. I mean, you talk about the Aghanim Scepter and how the duration, or the clock basically stops when you're close to the target. That could also come into play just from the extra move speed. I mean, there's various reasons. It's just
it is a good item, like no problem. It's not that it doesn't work on Doom and that it's not good. I just, for this game situation, I think personally I would have preferred a BKB on him. I think it would have been more valuable because we've already looked at how many things BKB counters. And if you would get a BKB and then maybe a Shivas, then they have some sort of frontliner who can go in. Because right now, the Brood, let's be honest, can't fight. Like, it doesn't matter how good the initiation angle is. No-Tail is a big melee creep right now. And VP have so many counters to him in these team fights that, okay, he's a radiating melee creep, so he's a little better, but until he has a BKB, he's way too easy to target out and shut down. So someone else needs to be able to lead the front lines. Even when No-Tail has his BKB, it's not good enough if the others don't have something similar either. S4 was leading the charge with a BKB, but you saw in that last fight, if S4 is the one opened on, the fight is lost. He just gets hexed, bursted, and then the rest of the team, they can't win a 4-on-5, 20k net worth down. So, Kuro can be the player with the Blink BKB. Shadowblade, not so much yet. We'll see. Regardless, it's a tough situation, to be honest. After that one fight and the gold being even now, I think no matter what item he builds, they're probably on the back foot based on composition alone at this stage in the game.
Well, gold's pretty even. Experience a little bit of an advantage of a VP, and that's to be expected with a bounty on the opposite side, who we haven't talked about at all, by the way. Has a Lincoln's Vlad's Demon Edge. Interesting array of abilities. Not going to get doomed anytime soon, unless... Let's see, what can they take it off? They have Spiderlings, they have, I guess, technically Shackled, although that's not really something you want to use. Level Death is probably the easiest. Wraith King, I feel like his stun is pretty damn good, and you want to save that for somebody like Witch Doctor, especially considering he has Ags, basically,
Could agree with that.
And, I mean, once Witch Doctor gets BKB, I mean, at this rate, he's probably going to get BKB this game, or have money for it, if they continue to allow him to get farm. And the only thing that goes through it is Doom. That's it. That might be another reason to get MKB. Does MKB go through BKB? Is it a magical stun or a physical stun?
It's different on melee and ranged heroes. So, okay, I want to make sure I don't say anything wrong, because I feel like sometimes I mix these things up one way or the other with these. So I want to make completely sure I say it right, because there's some differences between Basher and MKB exactly in the mechanics. So let me just quickly look this up so I'm 100% sure. I have a feeling, and I'll tell you if my feeling was right or wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what I literally did. I just Googled monkey. I don't know what I was expecting.
What? What?
Instead of Monkey King Bar, I was like, my brain was just drifting off on like monkey.
That is, what did you get? I want to know what you got now. I'm interested.
A picture of a monkey. What the hell did you expect?
Which monkey? Steam is down, guys. We did it again. We've done it. It's just a daily ritual, 10 a.m.
Yeah, okay, good. So both the damage and the stun are magical on MKB.
Both, sorry, what?
Both the damage and stun are magical.
Oh, okay. I thought it would be, the stun would be magical and the damage would be physical. That's what I thought, but interesting.
And then
if you look at
on the Basher, it's the other way around. Both are physical.
See, that's the thing.
That
like,
goes through
it's completely arbitrary. just so random. Can never remember that stuff. I mean, not that it's exactly the same. Like Slardar's stun, the crush, the damage is physical, the stun is magical, and what is the actual bash on that hero? Is that equivalent to...
Double physical.
It's both physical.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, generally speaking, that's what you want if you have a stun.
But the reason
like
this
that,
is a little puzzling for me with the MKB is that I seem to remember there, at least in Dota 1, being a difference between whether you were a ranged or a melee hero. In the way
remember when
worked.
they patched that a bit to where melee and range had a lot of similarities, like got rid of some of that arbitrariness.
I can't remember when it happened. It's so hard to remember all these things by heart, because the reason I'm often confused is that I am remembering things from the past of how it used to work. And then you can't remember, did it get changed or not, and was it actually... Oh, game's on.
Kuroki getting shade from Sadoi, who's actually dealing a lot of damage. There's no Doom to work with. Does pop his Scorched Earth, and Puppy's here after that pause. Has an illusion based off him, which looks freaking awesome. That should be the Arcana. It's a blue flame Phoenix. He's trying to use... Oh boy, this burst damage is ridiculous.
Trying to stay alive.
Unfortunately, if he had a clip there, he might have been able to get away. But when you do that, the trees do get destroyed. So nowhere for him to really go.
Even then, I think he was tracked, right? And then... There's
and
many ways
Blink
of
Dagger
catching
on Meepo. True. No Tail. He can buy BKB right now if he wants. Who's to travel now on Doom?
This seems so greedy to me. Now he has 2 pairs of
Two boots, 2 initiation things with Lothars and Blink. That is really greedy, isn't it?
But it might just be the analysis from Secret now that they can't fight anywhere, so now they're going to play a different kind of game. A more split-push oriented game, and just trying to get pickoffs and skirmishes. And I would agree with that assessment.
Oh, there's the shackle. And the jump in.
That's a big kill.
What was used? Looks like level death popped the Lincolns, and VP's going to let their bounty die. S4
No
definite MVP for Secret right now. He is... His shackles have been on point, as we talked about. And now it's just all about item progression for everybody. So Brood does finish the BKB. Meepo had 5k. What did he buy now? Is it a... It's a Scott? Okay. Yeah, Scotty. I think he could finish the whole thing just about if he wants to. And a Daedalus is going to be picked up by the Ember Spirit. Does he have the whole thing? I think it's just the recipe, so he still needs a bit more. About 400 gold to finish that Demon Edge. Puppy has the mecha as we've seen, and it is going to be MKB. I would have been fine with either. MKB is, I guess it's a little safer, if you know what I mean. It's a little less damage, but it's a safer choice, I think.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder with the new attack speed whether that is shifted, whether Daedalus or MKB has the higher damage. Because you get more hits in, but that would also mean you get more crits and you get more MKB procs. So I don't know. My intuition tells me Daedalus would still deal more overall damage. But with this high attack speed, you're gonna mini-stun all the time, and it's really frustrating to play against, actually. So maybe there's some value in getting less damage, but more disable. It's almost a disable, right? Yeah. When you have that much attack speed, it's pretty crazy.
I don't think there's a cooldown on the stun for MKB.
I don't believe MKB has an internal cooldown. Basher does.
Pretty much everything else does in the game, that I can think of at least. Did Sniper Headshot of old have that? I'm trying to think if that one didn't have a cooldown either. I don't remember.
Don't think so either, no.
Not that it matters now. Well, the enemy jungle for VP being occupied by Secret as they're warding it up. Mostly counter wards. There is one at the high. This one's going to expire any second now, though. Basically occupying each other's jungles, which is something we've seen quite a bit this patch, in this tournament in particular.
Yep.
Roshan. The Aegis is it still? I don't think it's up still. Oh, it is. It's about to pop though.
It. And I was about to say, because we've talked quite a bit in this game about, I know I lost it, how strong VP are in the mid game, but we're approaching the point when Meepo peaks, and that's when I think they need to get some work done. Because he's one item short of being full inventory. He's already level 25, as you pointed out, so there's no more scaling for him. He could redo his item build, but in terms of how much they get in return for how much gold they throw into that, I don't think that's really as good as other heroes like Bounty Hunter getting farm. So you need, if you're VP, I think it's about time, after you try to get the next Roche, and then I think it's go time. Because then you should have all the advantages you need. You have Daedalus now finished on BZZ, so he's up to 300 damage plus the True Strike, or not the True Strike, I'm talking about the pure damage cleave, as well as, of course, the crit chance. And that should be, I think that's enough for them to win the team fights. Then they just need to not get split pushed by Secret, which they are really good at, though. So,
yeah.
This has the potential to go into being a long game. But one big mistake is probably going to end it entirely. If Secret mess up, they can lose 3 lanes of Rax to this Meepo.
Yeah, Meepo is pretty much one of the best pushers in the game, no doubt about it.
If you think about it, his hero has 152 damage, right? So then you think about how hard a hero hits with double damage, and he has quintuple damage, plus Venge Aura. So he has like he has like 7 times that damage, so about 1,000 with Venge next to him.
Man, they could not quite find a kill here. If he had gotten a Doom, that would have been a kill on somebody. They just passed right by him, VP sneaking away. No kills will come from this, so the farming continues, no tail. 2,300 gold now. Not sure what he goes for now. I mean, there's no way he goes Orchid. That the window passed a long time ago. That door closed, I should say. Maybe Butterfly.
For Meepo?
Or Lifesteal? No, the Brood.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. For me, this is a very awkward position to be in as Brood.
Butterfly's not that good. It's okay.
Not really. You're playing against a Hex, and well, there's only one Hex, I guess, so it could be good. And you have BKB too, so when you're in that, obviously fine. I know I'm sounding a bit like a broken record with this, but I think once again Daedalus would be a good choice with his ultimate, pretty high crits, and once again they need that single target hard hitting. He also has Medallion to go with it, which is nice. He can give -7 armor there, and then. Still might need a Blink Dagger on top of that, though. That's the issue. He just needs too much stuff on the Brood now.
Can he even stay in a lane by himself? With all this mobility now on VP, they have so much...
He gets soloed by Meepo, easily.
Well, I think everybody gets soloed by Meepo at this point of the game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But it's all about getting caught out, and... I mean, the split push is the name of the game. Roche is going to be up another minute and 15 seconds. Of course, the teams do not know that. And we're going to watch Kuroki use his Midas, very important. Use it on the small creep. There you... Wait, he used it on the big creep. I disagree wholeheartedly with that, Kuroki. I think once you're level 20, it's like, you just use it on the small creeps now, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. There's at some point, I guess for most heroes you could say the threshold is level 16, that after that, in many cases you will want to Midas the small creep and just get more gold instead of more XP. So I'm with you on that. But in the early game, almost always is it better to Midas the big one.
No-Tail is slowly burning away the bounty hunter. Little does he know that's actually happening. And this will be a tough kill. They need vision before they have the gem. Actually, it's on Yol of all heroes. And they're gonna clear the trees. Not gonna find him. Another 20 seconds for Rush. Remember when he first came out, and he could walk through cliffs and stuff without worrying about taking damage?
That was pretty sick. Okay.
Sick. Usually sick means good nowadays. I don't think that's what you mean.
That was pretty good for Brood. Not good for the game.
Sick for Brood, okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Roche is up.
Yeah,
and 3 heroes for Secret
This is free. Just look at that.
It's Aegis and Cheese.
God, what a hero. So Vlad's from the Bounty, Vengeance Aura from the Venge, minus armor from the Venge wave. Did they even have Medallion on that kill? I don't think they have Medallion, right? If they have Medallion, that Roche is a literal 5-second kill.
Literal
5 seconds.
Literally
a literal 5-second kill.
Who picked up the Cheese? They're gonna counterward a bit with this gem. The Cheese is on BZZ.
BZZ, yep.
Probably a good choice. If he gets doomed, obviously, it's not good. Mott notes. If he gets doomed, it's not going to be too good for him, but you know, that happens from time to time. 3,400 gold on S4, thank you.
Another MKB in the field. Let's go Bounty. This is a hero where MKB is generally just better than Daedalus because you already have a building crit, right? And they obviously can't proc on the same attack. So.
And that basically means Brood's not going to go Butterfly for all intents and purposes. Link is applied. Yeah, I mean, technically he could, but I doubt it.
Oh, that's
swap on the puppy. Sheep right off the bat. That was one sleight of fist, basically doing
Radiant's
a
bottom
ridiculous amount of
tower has
damage.
fallen.
Secret don't have enough pressure on this top lane to force them back. I think they're going to go on both
Yeah, they're
Aegis
going to
and
TP
G's.
back.
Lincoln's
They're going to
TP
TP back. BKB now on Doom. It's going to be a little surprise factor. There's a buyback available for Puppy. And look at the focus fire just destroy G. He has the Aegis, of course.
Fucking Christ, look at that.
Now the question is, does the debuff still apply to him right now? We'll see it soon enough. Yol getting force staffed out. G trying to do a lot of damage. Misery is going to be the first to go down. So Doom and the level death. G is dead. That is the biggest kill right now for Secret. Although they
that Witch Doctor ult?
soon to be 2. The Witch Doctor ult dealing a lot of work. S4, BKBs.
Love dealing work.
Uses that evasion. Beautifully done. Yol gets stunned from the egg. And the aggression continues from Puppy and company. Misery comes in, destroys John and Sadoy on the run. Do they have vision? There's a sentry place. They know he's gone down in this general area. If nothing else, the Radiance will get him. And down he goes. It is 4 dead. I think 2 for Secret bot back. We'll see soon enough. Here we go.
Brood
3
and
died.
Phoenix.
And 2 bot back. Wait, does that death actually count as the ult? How did he die and not buy back, but he's up already in Wraith King?
Who?
Wraith King.
Did it say he was dead?
Yeah, it said he died, but I don't think that's right.
Oh, I was
think
just
it's
looking at
his
the
ult.
buyback status to see how many bought back. I guess he didn't die. No.
I mean, there's no way he respawned this fast without buying back.
That is for Focus Fire is brutal. He killed Meepo on his own during a shackle shot. Now they're going to force a buyback the other way. Probably going to back off now. And this is getting really scary for both teams now, because any mistake is probably 2 lanes of racks if done on their own half of the map. Since buybacks are... Let's see, who bought back
Dire's
for the
bottom
Dire just now?
tower is
Sadoy
under
on the
attack.
bounty. They still have buyback on Meepo though, and another item probably. He's going to buy Boots of Travel, as well as whatever else he wants. What is
A
the
heart,
best
perhaps?
choice? I actually think Ethereal Blade could work just to stop the focus fire on the target. Whoever S4 goes on, if it's... Unless he shuts down the main one. If the main one is either doomed or stunned, then he can't E-Blade with it. But if it's any of the other ones S4 finds, he can E-Blade. And that might be a really big
That's
play
a
that
really...
could-
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that, actually. That's really smart.
But
Because
it's
that's
not-
their main damage source is the focus fire, and of course, it's a single target ability,
Yeah.
technically speaking.
It's still situational and a very high skill play, and in this kind of chaotic fight it can be very difficult to do it with the right timing, but what alternatives does he have? Refresher Orb, so he has 2 hexes, could be a very situational play, else there's something like Second Scotty or a Heart for more health on all the Meepos, but I don't think that's the way to go. Maybe even a Kiras, just stack up more armor so you're more tanky against
Wow,
these
what is
heroes.
the
Puppy
range
getting
on
hexed.
Cheap Stick? Jesus Christ!
It's
Puppy
pretty long. Puppy
getting
no.
stunned, pops his mech, and will fall.
That's another track.
Finds
Kokuro.
PCZ. He
Oh,
could
this
get
is big.
this. Yeah, he
That's-
could get this. Doesn't go for the little crit damage from Lothar's because he doesn't need it. Was that like 2... Was that like a
Are you
second?
serious?
Not even a second? S4 did all that
I
damage?
know. Well, we should keep in mind that he also gets the with that crit aura from Kuro. I don't know. Did you mention that? That's like.
No, I did not. That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean. Well, shit. That could be the reason he's not getting Daedalus. I don't know.
Kuroki on the run now.
Or sorry, not the crit aura. What am I talking about? The 30% damage. That would make Daedalus even better.
That's true.
Oh.
That is true. Kuroki, nice swap. Taking
Oh,
a lot
that's
of
a Witch
damage.
Doctor ward.
S4 destroyed Yol. He sacrificed his life, but he did a fine job, if I do say so myself. Misery's ult
Dire's
pops.
bottom tower
And the
is
surround
under
is there
attack.
from Meepo and company. And way too much damage. Gem again trades hands. Meanwhile, bottom
No
lane.
Tail doing his
No Tail
best.
takes tier 2 out. Wants to continue to push. He still needs more. Like, you're right, he's super underfarmed, generally speaking, and what would actually help? I mean, do you think, would an Assault Cures be weird on Brood? Just for pushing purposes? Because I think Adesso is good for pushing, but it's just, he's so squishy already.
It's okay. And just to go back to what I said before about Brood, I feel like he has to do too many things at once. AC is definitely up there as being good, and there is the AC for me provided. Did she make that choice? I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
No Tail has to BKB, probably. Yeah. But I could see Kiras on Brood, but now that they have it on Doom, they obviously don't want it. But he could have got it just as
Kuroki
well.
gets
Kuro.
swapped.
He doesn't have
And
buyback.
he-
This is huge.
Look at this burst damage out of control. He is dead for the count, and here comes the egg. I think that Meepo can kill it. It's an amazing counter to the egg. He's barely going to get it. That's Phoenix dead just like that. And Misery, he does have his ult. He's going to come back to life. Meepo dies, buys back, has boosted trap, will be back any second. No-tail only half HP, Jotum, no mana. Did he cancel his TP? Oh, that's
The creep died. Well, he can port another one, but it's going to take a little while.
Just the right click from BZZ. I think cheese needs to be given to Meepo, but he doesn't have room.
I think this is 2 lanes. It's not game, because I don't think they... Well, I think they could end if they go mid. They could just go for the... This game is over if they make the play of going for the tier 4s. They have 50 seconds with a Meepo in there. There's no kill potential in the Radiant.
Yeah, it's safer
They're going to go for the safe play. And the problem with this is they can't get Megas. Unless if Meepo ports top right now and takes up his tower, then they could. And that's exactly what G should be doing, and he will. So if they get Megas, that's also game, but they could have ended it right there.
Better safe than sorry. No-tail in the trees. Gonna get surrounded. Do they have vision? Where's the gem right
with
now?
the left 20 seconds. This is gonna be very close.
Well, it's gonna be another team.
Oh, they
fight,
found.
I think.
Oh
yeah,
boy.
No-tail gets blown up into
No
pieces.
buyback.
Phoenix is back. 110 seconds. No-tail is out of this game. Look at all this gold on G. Showing No-tail how it's done on Meepo. He's like, you should have picked this hero, bro. Too good to pass up. And you're right, it's gonna be Megas and all like this. S4 trying to make a last stand, gets a nice shackle. Oh, beautiful swap from Jotum's gonna keep his comrade and arms alive. Misery, his ult is up yet again. The cooldown of that is ridiculously low. Yul getting right click down. Kuroki, one more will do it. Actually, the power shot will be enough. BZZ, he is doomed. He has his cheese, but it looks like he's gonna fall down thanks to this Aghanim Scepter. Eventually we'll get the kill.
He got the Hex off in the last second!
Hex on S4, stun as well.
Oh my god!
BZZ buys back. I'm sure he has a remnant here. Where is he? And he's back into the fight. And this looks like the beginning of the end for Team Secret as Kuroki trying to go 1v1. It's actually closer than I thought it would be. BZZ not quite as farmed as I thought. Still has the cheese to work with. Meepo is dead for 82 seconds. That's his main pushing power. Zodoy's stuck in the enemy base. All that's left is a melee Rax top.
Does not have a gem, so won't see Kuro. Gonna eat the cheese on BZZ.
Yeah, he ate it. He just ate it. It's delicious, delicious cheese. Misery. His ult's up in 5 seconds. I can't believe this. Buffy and company trying to do as much as they can to keep them out of their base. Zodoy, Linken's is popped. Initiation continues. He's trying to make a last stand himself, but he's gonna drop to the deck. So they do hold the melee Rax top. I guess it just comes down to whether Meepo's alive.
This is going to take a minor miracle now for Secret. All their lanes are pushed in. It's not that they only have a Rex left, but they don't have... During this death timer of VP, they have like no chance of really getting out on the map. They're also contained very nicely by the Dire Wards scouting the outskirts of their base, so...
And with that...
And with Roche
is up in a minute, yeah. And if they get that, it's pretty much 100%. It'd be very tough to throw that. Very tough. I know a few people that could do it, though. And it's just been, I mean, we talked about this before. No-tail, the last time he picked Brood, and Brood in general, if you lock him down early, he's kind of miserable, honestly. I mean, he just hasn't gotten any item progression at all.
Let me give you a thought experiment.
50
minutes in.
Yeah.
You can pick any hero, any classic core in the game. In a 50-minute game, and you have 325 CS. Can you find a hero that's worse than Brood right now?
Ooh, that's a good point. Techie.
Is that a core? I don't know. That doesn't. Techies doesn't count. Techies out of. Techies is not even a hero. It's out of category. Like what comes under here? He's a squire or something. No.
Right. Wow. Look at this. Swap's not going to save his life. That's an Aghanim Scepter Doom. What? Kuroki? BKB?
He will have buyback.
No, he's done.
I think. Yeah, he has
buyback.
So him dying for Witch Doctor is actually okay in this situation. It's not your ideal trade, but as long as his buyback is up, he can go for these risky plays because they need to get out on that map.
And how dare you, Cinderin? Techies is always a core for team victories. So we're gonna have a jump in, Jotum, focus fire. That's all you need to say.
It keeps surprising me how much damage that really deals. Like it's insane.
And with I forgot to mention the Aghanim Scepter also reduces the cooldown, I believe, right? Yeah, 15 seconds.
It does.
That is so sick. So sick. How would you rate her as, like, let's say she has all the farm in the world.
You dodged my question about Brood.
Wait, what? No, I'm fine with Brood being the answer to that. That's fine.
You need to. Brood can't be the answer to find a worse hero than Brood.
Brood is the answer. He's the only worse hero than Brood.
Okay.
I don't know, I can't think of any. I have to look at the list, honestly.
A classic course. I don't know, Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker's still better. He's actually pretty good with farm. He just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Oh well. You were saying with
Back
Windranger,
to
how
my
I would rate her as
Windranger.
carry?
Yeah, let's say equal farm versus some of the best carries in the game. How high up is she?
Certainly a lot better now than she used to be. Are we talking just in general, or for any type of game? Because if in general, then she's still trailing behind the big carries. I would maybe put her top 10 actually now, or maybe top 15. In games where you're playing against one core, like one big core, I think she can be one of the absolute best, because Focus Fire is just insane.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably. It really depends on the situation. That's one of the things that makes the other late game carries really good, is that there's no real game where, for example, late game, there's very, very few games you can imagine where Void isn't good super late game. Same for Spectre. But you can imagine a lot of games where Windranger will fall off.
Oh, Shackle! What? Who is that?
Well, I should have ignored it.
Is that a joke? Who is that?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I think he's one of the co-casters.
Is that a joke, Sador? I can't stop! That is like the most ridiculous thing ever. Kuroki getting destroyed, Misery to follow, he gets a stun off his ultimate pop. Egg in addition
Got
to all
Meepo
this.
though.
Yeah, they did get Meepo, I didn't even see
No
that.
tail being useful.
Yol.
Got him.
Alright, 3 dead for VP. That did require a buyback from Kuroki. And I think they have to do an all-out push here. Buybacks. Okay, Meepo does not have a buyback for another 13 seconds, so plenty of time. BZZ is going to do a real nice job here of making sure that at least somebody has to stay in this. Even just knows that he can destroy an all-out hit, so see how that comes to fruition. Sadoy, Lincoln's pop, Raid Fire Blast to follow. That's the 4 staff, by the way, being picked up to do just that. Cheese is popped. Sadoy really wants to live.
Secret are getting a lot right now. They're not really paying anything.
And he has a buyback available to him if he dies.
Does have a buyback, yeah.
He just forces out a lot of time. No Tail trying to do something against BZZ.
Still do have Aegis on BZZ, but this is the time for Secret. This is probably the best chance they're going to get. They have to try to get Rex now. They might even try to end the game in one fell swoop. That's scary.
Do you think it was a mistake not to give Aegis to Meepo, just have him drop something? Because he's by far the most important hero. Even with 5 items, he's still ridiculously strong. Focus fire on the racks.
I think having the Aegis on the Ember is actually better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to TP back to base. Meepo is up now. I believe Secret's going to probably fall back.
Bought back their bounty. Wow. Secret were going out anyway.
We'll see if they can find anybody.
Jota has 4 staff. Oh, if he finds his 4 now into a Hex.
Radiant's middle
vision.
tower is under
Oh, the Lincolns.
He can blink stun though. His blink on bench too.
There we go. The wind range. Wind run is up. Goddamn, I actually called it that. The wind range ability. And down he goes yet. He does have a buyback.
Yep.
And with this, VP's going to group up and go for it. So Meepo has a buyback as well. So if they just go all in on Megas, is it worth it?
Okay, there's nothing on that thing. But Sadoy bought back for that. So if he gets killed, he cannot come back into this fight now. G can though. Like you said, boots of travel and buyback available.
Is it worth just running in, killing the racks, or is it just not worth it?
That I don't think they can get away with that. I think they're going to have to fight
with the buyback on.
There's a glyph.
We have BKB on Misery, gets 4 staffed in. The egg on the side, dealing a little bit of damage on the side. Can they kill G in the meantime? Windranger buys back. Raiden King both pops right off the bat. Big Daddy no telling. Their G again just getting decimated over and over to this focus fire. He buys back into the game as expected. Puppy taking damage, still on the sidelines. Gets a really nice, whatever in God's name the skill's called, Misery. Oh, what the hell is that skill called? Oh, me time.
Fire Spirits.
Thank you.
Oh, this could be a mistake. Shackle.
Oh, Shackle. Does he have Focus Fire again? Of course he does, because the cooldown is ridiculously low. G, half HP. Can they take him down? They do! They're going to get complete mega creeps, though. The question is, can Secret push all the way to the base against 4 heroes of VP?
They cannot.
You heard it here first, folks. No.
Brute is dead. Maybe in a 5-on-4 you have a chance. They're definitely going to do their best, but they have no attack point. There's no enemy creep wave inside the Dire base. This is... Well, it's going to take a miracle now. If they had a creep wave inside VP's base, I would say they really had a shot at it, because then they could BOT there and try for the fight. But it's going to take them those 60 seconds to cross the river. Or cross the map entirely, rather. Maybe they get a half a lane of Rax, but... Also, how many BOTs do the Radiant have? They only have Kuro, so he has to be in Bay. Never mind, S4 has them too. So one of them probably needs to defend this bottom lane, which no one is doing. And if they TP defensively, then they can push.
They're the Megas.
S4, or Puppy rather, is going to defend this, so this means the push is 4 on 4. Kuro.
He has Doom in 6 seconds. And Ember's going to get out. As a result
he
of that
does
cooldown.
have buyback.
Puppy went Maelstrom just to try to push these creeps just a little bit. And
Radiant's middle
Yul
tower is under attack.
is top lane. How long has he had this? He's had the BKB for a while. Never really. Or I didn't mention it. Four staff in Misery. This is going to be the last stand for Secret in game 1 of this ridiculous start to the best of 5 grand finals of the Captain's Draft Tournament. Dodge of the Ray Fire Blast.
No Tail's going to need to buy BOTs right now if he wants to be a part of this play.
Well, the Brood hasn't been that effective this game. Well, Focus Fire now on the tower. Linken's is popped. Of course, with such a low cooldown, he can go in whenever he wants. Yol pops BKB. This is going to force Team Secret completely out, knowing that they can't cancel.
Meepo in the Radiant base. G.
Yep, we're going to watch this fight for now, though. Nice ultimate from Yol, dealing quite a bit of damage. S4, look at the Maledict. He's going to go down one way or another. Meantime, the enemy base, G goes down again, this time to Kuroki's Doom. Yol, in the meantime, gets a stun off on Puppy. He's doing a lot of good job in kiting. Jotum gets a stun on the Puppy. That's a 3-for-1. Obviously, they get the most important kill, but they just can't do anything about the other heroes that are so ridiculously farmed. They're going to call it GG, as Sadoy just right-clicks to an insta-get.
Man, that was a good start, though. What a game.
Yeah, for sure.
VP. I want to say the draft was also superior for this type of game, and mainly because they dealt very well with the Brood early on. Secret were pushed into a position in this game that they didn't pick for. This is not the stage of the game their lineup wants to go into, and VP, even